Hello and welcome to the Couch podcast. For all our audio listeners that followed us through Spotify and whatever, we are now on YouTube. And for the newbies, the YouTube crowd, I'm Steve, aka Felly, and he is
Beej. Oh, is it Ben, aka Beej?
Either way, call him Beej or Ben. Roll intro.
Woo.
One of the new and improved things to this podcast is that we've got a soundboard. There's a couple of things we've got to adjust, like lighting. We're going to play around with. The table that Ben is wobbling currently is not secure as we'd like, but he's got a poorly knee, haven't you, mate?
Sadly, mate. Yeah, it's the main reason I'm back in the UK.
But first of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Ben Ridgway for the introduction there, the intro. He's created that on his own back. So
very, very impressed. Yeah, thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
Solid
Ben.
name as well.
Yeah, name. And he'll be coming on in the future. He's been on the audio one before. He's a very good lad. I just wanted to try and show. I thought I'd get it in better, but I've not just got a weird jumper on. It is I Am Ken Enough.
I am Ken Enough. Anyway.
Either way, I mean, it's the film that should have won the Oscar over Oppenheimer. Would you say, Ben?
Absolutely, mate. It was definitely that.
I love it. You guys are so great.
This is the worst episode. Stuff now and again.
So yeah, I don't know why I gave him control of the soundboard. But to go through what we do here on the Couch podcast, we look at films, TV, movies, everything. I know films and movies are the same, but this is our first time, so if you bear with us, we do appreciate that. Drop any comments of things you'd like to see. But one of the new features I want to do is called Bin or Bank It, right? So it goes in with what we've been watching. So what we always discuss what we've watched recently. So if we go to the cinema and we get our ticket, we can put it in this. Show this. So just a little bank for the cinema tickets. As you can see, there's ones in there from last year, but I'm going to get rid of them. So just to go straight into it, I've got a ticket for the people there that I went to see the other day. You can't really tell, but it was Abigail.
Horror movie?
It is a horror movie. Not necessarily scary.
Jumpy? But, or more psychological?
It's kind of... Have you ever seen Ready or Not?
No. So
it's from the people who made that. It's more of a horror comedy.
I know the song by the Fugees.
Yes.
I imagine they're not related.
No. So it's a horror film. It's about basically... It's weird. I would say go into it knowing nothing about it. Because it essentially starts as a heist film.
Okay.
So this group of criminals is the word to say who they are. They go into a house and kidnap a young girl, take her back to this other house where they're holding a ransom to extradite money from her dad, who's a rich guy.
Yeah.
And then all hell breaks loose because she's a vampire.
Okay.
And her daddy is the big crime syndicate guy who's also obviously a vampire as well. And it just goes from there, and it's just a bit balls to the walls, absolute nuts. You're not liking the sound of it, are you?
It just sounds a bit mental.
But it's just a fun flick. It's not too scary, so if you're a bit too much in your, you can't deal with jump scares, you'd be fine. It's got way too much gore towards the end, and it limps over the finish. It goes a bit too far, but it's definitely fun. So I would bank that. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 on Instagram.
Oh wow, that's good.
It's good for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and also everyone that is listening to this or viewing this, you want to go and follow us on Instagram. It's at @the_culture_couch. We'd love you follow. All them likes. We can't get enough of that. So Abigail, I'm thinking is a bank rather than a bin. So we'll stick that in the box and we'll go.
I mean, I've not been in the country, so from now on we'll probably watch a lot of them together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did watch them earlier, just on the kind of related note. It was a new Liam Neeson film on Netflix. Save yourself for an hour and a half. It's just a Liam Neeson film from the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even kill that many people, which was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to let you know, I hate shit.
Usual Liam Neeson fodder since he did Taken, basically.
Yeah, but this one he does have a legitimate Irish accent, so I was like, oh, that's fine. Is he not? But yeah, it's poor.
I have tried to tell Ben that he doesn't need to look at me all the time, but I'm such a super sexy man, and that's why we went to video that he can't help it, obviously. But
some of us aren't vain like you.
So obviously Ben here has been to New Zealand, the country of the hobbits, should we say? How was it, mate? How the devil are you?
Incredible, mate. 8 months was pretty phenomenal. Seen a lot of the Lord of the Rings bits, but Hobbiton itself is outrageously good. I'm not just saying it because I've been. It's one place that the attention to detail is second to none.
Is it?
Never seen anything like it.
So is it like more Harry Potter Studios tour down in London where it's just all props, or is it like interactive that you can go in everywhere?
No, so you can't go in everywhere. So you can't go in Bilbo's. So nothing was ever filmed in Bilbo's house.
Oh, okay.
But they have now made 2 of them that are accessible, and I'll be honest with you, the attention to detail in them is incredible. And you've got stuff that you can fiddle with, play with in them, but they're all attractive. You know, and they're like the phones used to be in the phone shops on the wires. Like,
right, yeah.
So you can like, interact, but you can't be steal it.
So it's not like
it's all done. Peter Jackson. I mean, obviously, told you the story and everything. And Peter Jackson's attention to detail, anyway, was pretty incredible. But the whole tour itself was breathtaking. And the beer at the end that you get in the Green Dragon.
Okay.
I think that's correct.
Is that the pub that's in the film?
Yeah, was amazing as well. Because I've heard Hogsmeade's horrible. The beer at Hogsmeade.
Yeah, but it's not real. Yeah, the
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer, which is
And basically it's just the opposite. Where if I could have brought, because you get it part of your tour, and then you can't actually buy them. But if I could have brought, you can buy them out of the bottle, probably from the shop. But
yeah.
if I could have had a fresh, I'd have had 4 or 5. It was beautiful, like really nice.
So they didn't sell it to mass produce to take home then?
No, you can buy it in bottles, but it'd have been expensive. I'm not a big drinker.
You need to stop knocking the table, by the way, mate.
Okay, do you want to pause it a sec, and I'll step back.
No,
Don't worry about my knees, Steve.
No, I don't mean. I just mean stay still. You're a fidget arse, no, you are. We've played around with this to try and make it perfect for you guys, and I think the reason it took so long to record today is because someone's had about a 10 piss runs.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I've drank a lot though. But yeah, in general, the whole New Zealand was awesome. Went to see the Hobbit Hideaway. You know the bit where they hide from the Nazgul at the start, below the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. It's basically just a little divot in the ring. It's funny. And it's really funny because people are literally just walking dogs and stuff, like people that live there.
Yeah, it's just...
For some people, it's like, for me, it was massive, amazing. And for other people, they're like, just where I walk the dog, leave me alone. But really cool place. In general, New Zealand, not even regarding the Lord of the Rings stuff, was just awesome.
No.
And obviously, a lot of these stuff that was filmed, even on the rivers and stuff, is all there and it's all legit and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, fair play.
So if anyone goes, I do fully recommend it.
Yeah, so going back to what we've been watching, you've recommended Liam Neeson film where you haven't recommended.
No,
I've recommended Abigail. Is there anything else you've watched? I mean, both you finished Baby Reindeer.
Finished Baby Reindeer.
Whereas I'm only 3 episodes deep.
Yeah, it gets pretty dark after that, I'll be honest with you.
Fucking, it's dark already.
Yeah, but it gets dark on a personal level.
So I mean,
I'm not in it, but it gets dark.
So I mean, for Baby Reindeer for me is the new, I would say the new Tiger King that it's blown up.
It has. I can't imagine he knew it was going to blow up like this.
No.
I think the fact that it's a true story helps.
Yeah, so I mean, if you haven't watched Baby Reindeer, it's on Netflix now. The main guy who's in it, I can't remember his name. Unfortunately, he's a comic in real life.
Richard Gadd.
Yeah, something like
I think
that.
it's Richard Gadd, written in story by Richard Gadd.
Yeah, so it happened to him, this storyline, which is basically he works in a bar, he gives a woman a free cup of tea and she becomes his stalker, essentially. Probably don't want to tell you any more than that, you just go ahead and watch it. It's dark, it's bleak, like, I've been watching it with my wife, and she's very much, I can only do 2 episodes and then stop. So we did 2 and then we did the 3rd episode.
It gets dark, honestly. It's pretty rough, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it's a whole different... But I just think it's blown up everywhere. It's everywhere over the internet.
It was like Saltburn for me, where I felt like I had to continue.
Oh, have you seen Saltburn?
Yeah. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because when I went into your bathroom, I was enjoying the pug hole.
You're sucking the pug hole.
Oh, Jesus. It was like that for me, where I hate, like, I didn't want to watch it, but I had to finish it. And like I say, you will understand what I mean by it does get darker in the next 2 episodes, and I mean that in a... Not in like it's not worth watching way, just it's a bit more like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And then the fact, like I say, the fact that this is a true story is pretty killer with it.
Yeah.
Good though. Like nothing like ridiculous happens, but like
Yeah.
that's what's so good about it. I think it's true, and you kind of not put yourself in his shoes, but you do a little bit, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, all it is he tried to do a nice thing, which was give a cup of tea to a woman that couldn't afford a drink, yet she was claiming to be a lawyer, and obviously we know lawyers earn a lot of money. So, and it unravels from there. It's definitely worth a watch. I've still got 4 episodes to go, so we'll definitely wrap up and talk about that a bit more.
Yeah.
otherwise, just to break down what else we're going to go through today, so we'll probably talk about a couple of more things we've been watching during the next, essentially, round. But first, we're going about news, and I haven't necessarily got much news this week. I just wanted to discuss the latest Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, because I've got some big questions, and I think you'd be able to help on this, because you're not an MCU nerd as much as me.
I'm not at all.
No. So that's where I think it will come in to help. Then we're going to do, so when we get guests on in the future, we really want to start asking them some of their Mount Rushmores of like favourite movies or specific things to them. So we've done today 2 Mount Rushmores, which is our favourite directors, so 4 favourite directors, and have you done their best film of theirs?
I have, yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to do our 4 favourite sitcoms, which will help with what I've been watching.
Okay.
And then a new feature we're bringing in to do on the audio is a shout out to an Instagram account. We just wanted to give a little shout out to people. Like another podcast we love and listen to called Have a Word, always shouts out an unsigned band at the end. We wanted to shout out an Instagram account. And then we'll wrap up with Beej's quiz.
Yeah, it's just because I've only just got in the country a couple of days ago, it's not going to be this great, but from then on it's going to be planned.
It's the only thing he was asked to do, by the way.
And it's going to also be adapted to... Because what we can do is we'll do a versus maybe, where we could even get a leaderboard going, where when we have a guest on, you go head with them.
Yeah,
and
I like it.
I'll definitely tip the scales in their favour. But we'll accustom it to what they're into. Because obviously people have certain
100%.
niches
100%.
or fetishes, you'd say.
I wouldn't say fetishes, no. But we were saying, like, we've had Aaron's collection off of Instagram before on the audio-only pod. And if we did him, we'd do his Mount Rushmores of Pokemon, because his account's dedicated to Pokemon cards, things like that. And then the quiz would have a personal question at the end regarding, like, Pokemon for Aaron. So, and we'd try and tailor it to them people. And obviously you play along with the quiz as well. So, talking about the Wolverine... Why do I keep doing it the wrong way round? Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. So we've had 2 trailers released now. The first one didn't show any Wolverine.
Yeah.
The second one showed a lot of Wolverine.
I've seen the second one then.
Okay, so you've seen the most up-to-date one.
Okay.
But I've got 2 big questions regarding Deadpool and Wolverine. So, can Deadpool and Wolverine save the MCU, so the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is in a bit of tatters? So...
Can I stop you there for a sec?
Yeah?
Why is it in tatters? I just don't know.
Okay, yeah, so brief explanation is basically that...
Is it since Endgame or whatever?
Since Endgame. So Endgame released 5 years ago the other day.
Oh, shit.
So it's 5 years
I
ago.
didn't know it was that long,
5 years ago since we had Endgame, which obviously is now the... is it pedestal? Yeah.
Yeah.
That people put it on and say, oh, it's the best film since Endgame. So you had it with Shang-Chi, which was literally, I think, the next film after. You had it with No Way Home. They do it with everything. And then... So yeah, we don't need to talk about No Way Home again. I just feel your eyes burning.
I watched it again. Not long ago, and I loved it.
No, I love it. I love it. And there is it seems a biased opinion now to actually love it, because people are like, oh, it's only a nostalgia factor. Well, what the fuck sequel isn't a nostalgia factor? But that's not it. Endgame was a nostalgia factor, if you want to go that. You had 15 years of films building up to it. But the MCU is in tatters because the TV shows aren't doing great, bar probably Loki and WandaVision.
Yeah.
It's not to say they're not hits or they're not good. And then the films like Captain Marvel didn't do well. Thor: Love and Thunder bombed. It was like a really low rating on Rotten Tomatoes. All of these different films, they've not hit the nail on the head. This is the one that's going to make Spider-Man No Way Home money.
Yeah. So do you think this is basically make or break? You're trying to...
I don't know if it'll make... Disney are always going to release content anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're always going to want to, because it's Disney and they're going to make money, and they're diluting their products massively. And the big issue with the MCU is that they're not got a plan like they did to Endgame. It led up to it. Everything was connected, whereas now it feels very disconnected, and that's a major issue.
Like they're just trying to get cash cows out there.
Yeah, but like, so when I was looking at it on Instagram, I saw there was an account called Should You Choose to Accept. A little mini shout out there for him, because he did a whole post on Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, and what he liked about the trailer, what he didn't like. And I commented on there, like, I'm very similar to you there. I think it's going to ruin the ending to Logan, because obviously Wolverine dies in that film. Spoiler.
I've not seen it.
And then I said, I do think it's going to make or break the MCU. And he said, well, for me, it's not, because even if this is done well, the films that are coming out after it, so Captain America 4, has had so...
What he'd fucked off back to?
He has, so it's now Falcon is now Captain
Oh,
America.
yeah. Which is...
Anthony Mackie.
That's it, I like him.
Yeah, he's a good actor. And he's outspoken, and I like that.
Oh,
And Harrison Ford's in it, Captain America 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's had terrible test screenings. It's in pre-production nightmare. Blade's been in pre-production for God knows how many years.
Who's playing Blade?
I nearly said the wrestler.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, he's the wrestler. It's Marshall Ali.
Oh, nice.
From Green Book.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Stuff like that, which he has actually already appeared in a Marvel.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah, he has already appeared in a Marvel project.
Oh, okay.
He was in Luke Cage, and he was phenomenal in it. So
he was the main guy in Luke Cage?
He was the bad guy.
Okay.
Which they killed off
after
after
he's
3
quite a
episodes.
slim gentleman, isn't he, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah. He's not Luke Cage.
When Luke Cage was...
massive, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then I can't remember really the other films. You've got like Agatha, which is a Disney Plus show that I don't think many people would be bothered about.
Oh, sorry, Blade a film or is it a series?
Film.
Okay.
So, it's just the whole thing. Other than this, and obviously, I think it will be a good film. But I mean, what if Deadpool and Wolverine is a bad film? What happens if it's not a good film?
Do you know what's mad? I don't think Ryan Reynolds would make a bad film. But also, because of who he is and his relationship with Hugh Jackman, which is hilarious and it's real cool.
Yeah, I think that's the crux of the film.
They would kind of get away with it a little bit. But, I mean, they're going to be breaking the fourth wall every 20 seconds, I think. And it should be a barrel of laughs. I really like Ryan Reynolds anyway. But, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's going to be, like you say, if it does flop and they do kind of try too hard, I think it'll go over, like, they'll tip the scales and it'll just be a bit too much like you're trying to shove it down our throat.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll go back to Doctor Strange 2, so Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and the hype surrounding that film and the cameos, because it had the chance to do cameos, and then people coming away disappointed from it.
Yeah.
And I think the same for this will happen.
Yeah.
Is that if people don't get what they want, they'll throw their dummies out. And I'm not saying it should appeal to everyone, it shouldn't. But I just think there's a lot resting on it, especially if it's the only Marvel film coming out this year.
Yeah.
That they needed that break. And I think if this does do well, they're going to have to reassess the rest of their lineup and just take a break, take a breather, take time in between films, give us back to what we had before, essentially. But I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, as a non-MCU fan, like that catches the films here and there, like you did with No Way Home, more for the Spider-Man nostalgia.
Yeah.
And you've caught obviously Endgame, but you don't watch everything. How excited are you for Deadpool and Wolverine?
I'm not sure. The Wolverine films I've ever watched. I watched the first one, I think, and that was a long time.
Like the
when it first
original
came out.
X-Men.
The original with Hugh Jackman when he was first casting it. I've not watched Logan or any of them since then. I was aware.
I think you will need to watch Logan before this.
Deadpool. I don't know if I've seen the second one. I do believe I would have. Actually, I do think I would have because it had a couple of the X-Men in it. Or was that the first one?
Yeah, well, they both do. The second one had the...
Oh, David Beckham in it? Or was that just an advert? Was that just an advert?
I don't know.
He did an advert, Deadpool and David Beckham.
Maybe.
And
had the big kid in it. Fat kid.
Don't know then. But yeah, generally I will watch it. I will go to cinema to watch it. I am now an unlimited member again, so I will get as much cinema in. I'm reasonably excited. It looks like the trailer. Like I say, the trailer looks like it is going to be a good crack. There's going to be loads of action, and it's going to be stupid. It's just whether, like I say, for me sometimes it's whether they tip the scales too far and it's just too stupid.
Yeah, and the R rating I think is going in its favour. The first Disney MCU film that is going to be like an 18 for us, or R rated for the American audiences.
Okay.
So, but it's topic of conversation that I thought we'd approach, but we'll see. We'll review it on it.
So as a neutral, I'd say I'd call myself in regards to it.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it, but I don't mind it at all. I do actually like it, but I'd say I'm out of 10. I'd say I'm a 7. Excitement.
Deal with that for a neutral. Deal with that.
Went for the new Top Gun. I'm at 11.
Are they doing another Top Gun?
I read something today saying I think Tom Hanks and the handsome blonde boy returning. But I don't know.
I can't remember his name now, but he was a good-looking boy. He was a very.
He's been in a few bits since. He's doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
was he the one that was in Anyone But You?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Talking about Fizz.
We're
not going to simp out on Sydney Sweeney.
Mate, do you know what he was in the other day? I'm pretty sure, and I will Google this. So I do apologise if this is wrong, guys. I'm 99.9% sure he's in The Dark Knight Rises.
Have a quick Google. You got your tablet there.
He.
It's your whole job as producer on this podcast. It's the only job you got.
He was the guy. I seen him because I watched it on the plane on the way back from New Zealand. He was the guy. You know when the Bane goes in on the motorbike to the stock exchange.
Yes.
He's one of the guys. I think he hits him with a helmet or something. But he was the guy that like went. You can't. There's no money here. Why are you robbing us? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And it just. But then I was like, but I feel like he'd be too young to be in that as an adult.
Maybe he just looks good for his age.
Yeah, don't we all?
Well, no.
Glenn Powell, isn't it?
Glenn Powell, yeah.
Right, ready, guys? If this is a great spot from me, by the way. If this is right.
I'm a bit worried that he uses Wikipedia rather than IMDb.
The Dark Knight Rises, trade up number
Razors.
1. Razors, the trader number 1. I got so excited, I forgot to speak.
You shook the table like mad as well.
Sorry, and then. Fuck, but he's only 35, so in that he must have been.
Well, when did Dark Knight Rises come
Oh, he
out?
was 24 still. Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
He was 24.
But yeah, there's a little bit. That's what we bring to this podcast.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at spotting, to be fair, random young men.
What did you have any good films on the?
I was laughing at shut the camera, which made it worse.
It's like young men
So I watched.
on the plane.
So I was in the Dark Knight series.
They were all on the plane.
Yeah. So I started with Batman Begins. Realised it's actually quite a good film.
It is a good
So I
film.
always just noshed off as being a bit boring, but it's not. It's quite good.
Noshed it off.
Yeah, this wording's not great for the last 20 minutes. Then I finished off with Notting Hill.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I love Julia Roberts, and I love the idea that she'll one day come into my shop.
What shop?
I don't own one, but this is the thing. I was watching Notting Hill and I thought I might get a bookshop.
Oh, is there a bookshop in Notting Hill? I've never watched Notting Hill. We've discussed this on the
This
audio.
podcast has ended quickly.
Yeah, if you could get up.
Yeah, I know, so I'm trying not to.
So he's got a bad knee. As you know, if you listen on the audio, he comes in with an issue every week. But he's definitely had surgery on it, last year.
Yeah, that's
So, but we won't dwell on that too long.
No.
So let's talk. Yeah. So let's, because
Sorry, on the plane. No, but I did watch that one. Is it Sisu?
oh, you did watch
That
that.
was on the way there. So that was 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But that was pretty gruesome. You seen it?
I've not seen it still
He's
now.
a fighter. So it's about a Norwegian guy, and I'm sorry if it's sort of different country in Scandinavia, but I'm 90% sure it's Norwegian. And he's basically just an old colonel, but it is just it's a bit like a Taken, really, but better. Very gruesome. Not a lot. I think he says 2 words in the whole film, maybe.
Okay.
Not many, but just a real cool little film. Bit exaggerated, like he does a few bits where he wouldn't quite do it, but
fun.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of positive reviews for it.
I
So
watched. Do you want me to just go through the things I've watched over the last 8 months?
not the last 8 months now, just recently.
Okay.
Anything else you want? Anyone you're
Masters
really
of
big?
the Air on Apple had the guy that played Elvis in it.
Is that is it Spielberg?
I think
Someone
it might be,
big
yeah.
is into.
I'll be honest with you. I wanted to like it, but it just seemed. I don't know if I'd use the word rush, maybe. And I did like
Okay.
there was bits that I liked, but then I know this is horrible. You know, I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but you know, not kind of knowing if everyone survives. You're a bit like, no, that's not true to life.
Yeah, which was my main thing with Top Gun Maverick at the end, where they put them in all
Yeah.
perilous situations, and then how many didn't everyone made it out alive, and it's like, well, what do you do?
Well, it's
about
like the
it?
Mission Impossible films, isn't it? They need to know before the mission can be accomplished. But
No, but have you watched the last one?
no, they're not got great things though.
I mean, I'd
I
give
put
it
on
a
the
5
plane
out of
the-
10.
I put it on the plane the other day and I turned it off.
Someone big dies in that one.
Is it Peg?
No,
Is it Cruz?
no, it's a woman.
Ving Rhames?
It's a woman.
Oh, it's Mrs.
Yeah, that Rebecca Ferguson's character.
Oh, her.
But
I like Rebecca.
well, they've got. It's not his missus he married way back in the third one or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, or the
And
second.
then we follow her off the next one.
Yeah, and then it's like whatever. But her character dies. But it stupidly does it that well, it's been out long enough now. It does it stupidly like not before the last act, and then there's this whole other last act that I was like, if you'd put that at the end, it would have been better, seeing as it's part 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah, no, I do like the Mission Impossible films, but I don't know if I don't really like them when they do a part 1 and 2. I really want to
Yeah,
Rebel
sure.
Moon because of that.
Oh mate, Rebel Moon's shit.
Okay.
I haven't watched part 2, but I mean, and people are going to hate on us for that. I know there's a lot of Zack Snyder fans, but I watched, and don't get me wrong, it looks glorious, it's great in that regard. But I watched the first one, and then I went round Kai's after, and he went, oh, you watched Rebel Moon yet? And I went, yeah. And he went, what did you think? And I went, I can't remember a single thing that happened. Like, it just existed. It was all just to tell you what was going on for 2 and however long hours. And then Zack Snyder and his usual's gone, I've got a director's cut coming. And I'm like, great.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Might need to pause this. I need to move back 2 steps.
1 minute, let me just bend shuffle.
Mate, I don't know how I'm going to do this with the chair. Oh,
You might have seen him just shuffle a little bit there, but hey ho.
yeah, my.
So yeah, I mean, Rebel Moon, I wouldn't really know
Okay.
that.
Wait, I did write a few down. There wasn't millions, but.
We don't need to. We've covered quite a few there. So
I started watching Suits that I got into a little bit.
Meghan Markle,
She is smoking hot in that. I didn't realise she was so attractive.
but you know, monarchy hates her, so.
And then I'm trying to think of good things I watched. So I don't know if I ever met. I really liked. So I want to watch the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Into's the first one, Across
I
is the
think we
second.
may have discussed it when I was on it previously.
yeah,
I mean, this is like a
don't
fresh
know.
thing, but cartoon-wise, I was never interested for years, and then I watched the Mutant Mayhem.
Oh yeah, I love
And
that.
since
film.
then, I'm back in the game where I really want to get into them, and even the Star Wars ones I've heard are great, like
Clone Wars,
I've
and
heard
that's meant to be
stuff.
phenomenal. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try and get back into some of them. But yeah, so I'm going to back into it now. I've got a bit more time.
Sound. So let's move on to our Mount Rushmores. As we said, when we have guests on, we're going to try and do their Mount Rushmores, try and introduce them and find a little bit about them. So we chose. Are we doing directors or sitcoms first? I'll tell you what, we'll do sitcoms first because the reason I decided on that is because I finally finished Modern Family.
Yeah,
Obviously, after watching 11 seasons.
I think it is 11. Yeah.
11. Still don't know what happened to Phil's magic shop through the whole of that.
Yeah, just fucked up. It disappeared.
Just bought it and then it.
Do you reckon he just did a trick and he was like, oh, that's gone.
Fucking that's gone. There was loads of stuff like that. Unfortunately, towards the end.
It does seem like potentially, like sometimes you do notice with shows where many people have said they had more plans for a bit further, and then many people have gone, we're not going to do it anymore, and they've gone, oh shit, we need to bail out.
Yeah, I mean, the magic shop was a couple of seasons before. It didn't make me lose interest. The fact that he just bought a magic shop and then it went. I mean, I love Phil. He's a great character.
Was it over any of the writer strikes, by the way? Was it over that time? Because
I don't know. So I feel like it's been finished for quite a while now, even though I've only just started watching it.
yeah, I think
But it is a phenomenal sitcom. I will recommend it
Cause,
to
do you know? I'm going to spoil this because people should have seen it. Do you know his dad? In it?
Fred Ward.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
died before it got ready. Like I think just after the last episode was filmed.
Oh,
Like,
did he?
good
Because obviously they
couple of
kill him
months.
off in the show.
Must have been because he was unwell. Yeah.
Yeah, because he looked unwell.
By the way, that was a really sad episode for me.
But it was just so yeah, because obviously Claire's mum Dee Dee died in I think. What did you press the Mario on?
Because it was the sound of him dying.
Okay. So Dee Dee died, and it felt like it was played so much more for laughs.
Oh, I think we got one in there saying DD. And that's just
Diddle.
Oh. Sorry, Carrie.
Ta-da.
She died, yeah.
She died, and it was played a lot more for laughs, and then especially with the tree shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously with Phil's dad, it played very. It was sudden.
Even that felt rushed and sudden though a little bit.
Yeah,
well,
it was, and I don't know if it was just because they couldn't,
film anything with him more.
because he did look seriously injured. But yeah, phenomenal sitcom, but it didn't make my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
So
I don't know how I feel about that.
do you want me to go? I want to go. You to go first because I think I can guess yours. So obviously with Mount Rushmore, you can only have 4. There's only 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore. So I'm going to guess yours, okay?
Okay.
And you say yes.
Mhm.
So the first one is going to be the most overrated sitcom of all time, which is Friends.
Correct.
Second is going to be ideally the other sitcom that's very Friends-like that is also massively overrated, which is How I Met Your Mother.
No.
Yeah, you did put it on there.
Didn't get in there. Do you know why? No, I will tell you. I will tell you it was. It's in my honourable mentions, obviously, because I love it and I've mentioned it before in the pod. It actually slipped out because I did realise how much I like it because of one
Barney.
guy, and I did think I can't let her help. And then basically, the Modern Family situation came into it. And I'll be honest with you, I've not got Modern Family either. Would get an honourable mention and then some, but it was more one of them because with Modern Family, Thingy's my favourite by a lot. I've just mentioned Phil, dumb thing.
Phil in
Dumb
Modern
thing.
Family.
But then literally, I think his son's great in it. I think his wife's really hot, but Julie Bowen's really good in it. But then also, Cam and
Stop touching the desk.
Cam and
Mitch.
Cam and Mitch. I think
Like, Cam's
literally
my
they
favourite
make
character.
yeah, he would be like literally very close second to me. So I was a bit like with that, it's one of them. No matter who they spend to, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
When with Barney, like when they're doing the other scenes, I'm like, I'm just waiting for it to come back to
I'm
Barney.
just waiting for Barney to come back.
So in general, because I tried to binge it a bit in New Zealand as well when I was off with my knee, and I did about 3 seasons and went a bit like, I know what's coming. I know, like I was like, so
it's more of a one-time.
So I do appreciate that you are right and think it would be on there
Yeah.
from when we last spoke. but
Okay.
it's just not.
So you got Friends on there, which at least you've got
Yeah.
one of the other. You've not got Big Bang Theory, have you? I don't feel like you're that big of a fan of Big
I don't
Bang.
even like it.
Oh, that's good
I
then.
just wanted to watch it.
I
No,
don't know
Big
what
Bang-
else you've
I
got
did-
then. You're going to have to tell me.
So, and I really, really am proud of this. The Office US.
All right, so ding ding, we've both got that.
I did actually have the Lego of that in New Zealand, but because I couldn't bring it back, I had to sell it. So I'm going to try and get it again here, because it's quite a cool set, but there's not a lot going on.
Small.
Yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep, both got
Because
that as well.
I actually realised for quantity and quality, it's pretty much.
I think the last season really lets that down.
And that's only because there was riots.
And
Right?
there's still-
there was
and there's-
rioting. There was,
And it's still, and it's still great. Like, the ending's great.
And this is mine, and this is honestly more deserved than I think I forgot about it. Is It's Always Sunny.
Okay.
I don't think I ever watched something as much where I am fully laughing out loud most of the time, and a couple of times like was hysterically crying. I mean, I was smoking a lot of marijuana at the time. But, yeah, the scene. Oh, I can't even just do it.
So, I mean, I've watched all of It's Always Sunny now as well.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't put it in my Mount Rushmore.
yeah, you
But-
don't get a taste of it.
I do love it. And I think it has the best scene that I've ever seen in a sitcom.
Go on. Oh, the dance scene.
Which is the dance scene,
Oh, it's
Matt's
phenomenal.
dance scene. And I watched that and I can remember just being blown away from it. Because It's Always Sunny never did anything to that point where it was
Just
so
made-
played for laughs the whole way through.
It was actually phenomenal. Like,
And it was like, yeah.
and the fact that they did it obviously because then people would go, "What has just happened?" And Rob's just, I think he's just a phenomenal guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
But, Rob, look at me knowing him, not first name terms. Okay, so you've got Office US,
Yeah, you've missed two.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Does South Park count?
Yeah,
Have you got South Park?
yeah.
No, to be honest, I only say that because I didn't know if I could do cartoons. So I started going Family Guy. Maybe would have got in, but I don't know if it would have.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you,
South Park's far better than Family
it's just
Guy,
when I
yeah.
watch a random episode, I enjoy it. Okay. So I'll just mention my honourable mentions first.
Go on then.
Parks and Rec,
Never seen it.
Scrubs.
Yeah, okay.
They both honourable mentions. Scrubs, 5-10 years ago, Scrubs would have been in my top 4 by a long way. But it's just when I have to time you a bit like, yeah, it has off.
Yeah,
episodes,
it's.
yeah.
I find it hard to rewatch.
Yes, basically that's my thing. And also after listening to their podcast, I found them both a bit of a beg. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, I don't know.
If you beg for likes, that'd be nice.
Yeah, no, well, yeah.
Like us.
Those are more begging for work. I mean, I can only come back from New Zealand, I don't have a job, and I'm still not begging. If anybody's got a job, please give it me. No, so your last one then. Shit. Seinfeld, no.
No.
I thought they're not Seinfeld in bloody New Zealand.
I don't know.
We don't really get
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, I do actually.
It's British. I had to put a British one in there.
Bugger! It's Phoenix Nights, a sitcom.
Yeah, technically.
Oh, that probably would have gone in for me.
It's not
But
Phoenix.
it's not got longevity though. That's
It's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's the thing. And do you know what else dropped out for that? The English Office as well, because it was just not long enough.
This one's only got 3 seasons
Sex Education.
and 2 movies.
The In-Betweeners.
The In-Betweeners, of course it is.
Oh,
Just too rewatchable. It's perfect.
shiz.
Captivating of my life when
Yeah.
when I like at that time.
He
Stuff so.
was Will.
What mum wear fit. Rest in peace, mum.
Oh,
But
R.I.P.
yeah, so I had to
His
include
mum
him.
was so high in that, by the way.
Yeah, and I rewatched an episode the other day, so that instantly. And I did a while ago. I did a best sitcoms post on Instagram, and I can remember when someone mentioned it, I was fuming I didn't put it in.
I do that a lot in the post.
So
Especially when people give me shit. I'm like, no, I forgot.
so that's why I was like, I've got to call it out here.
Yeah.
So-
fair. Yeah, no, that's a good. You've got a good.
It's a
thought.
good- it's a
I've
good
got no
mixture.
qualms with your thought.
Yeah, it's got a good mixture there. We've got a cartoon in there. We've got a British. We've got a lot of American. We agree on too.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
You're not
comment
you're
down
not a
below.
big fan of Friends.
Your Mount Rushmore's on sitcoms below.
Yeah, especially
In the
if
box.
you guys do a Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've heard it's great.
Mm.
And I
Suggestions
just,
for
I just
sitcom.
can't quite get into it. But then I've known he's from. I know Seinfeld meant to be good, but I just hate Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
And not even just that. I mean, let us know as well what you think ours that are crap. If you don't like it,
Yeah.
or do you agree with me that Friends is actually terrible, or is Friends?
So I also know people in New Zealand that love How I Met Your Mother, which I was
Yeah.
really surprised not many people here do.
So, but I mean, this one I think is going to be more up for contention, is that people will obviously say, how are you not included so-and-so? But these are obviously personal preference. So our 4 Mount Rushmores of directors, so checking yourself out.
I'm thinking about Rushmore.
Yeah, just because you're looking at mine and I'm good at that. So, you want to go first, you want me to go first?
Mount Rushmore? One each?
Directors.
One each?
Yeah, go on then.
So I think I've got the same as you anyway.
Okay.
Go.
So first one, that's to be Spielberg.
Yeah.
You can't not.
Oh.
But the film is the
Oh,
heart.
this is a fun game, right? Okay. Spielberg. For you.
Wait a minute. You're going Saving Private Ryan for Spielberg. I knew that, but it's not mine.
No, I didn't think it would be yours. Horribly, I think it's not E.T.
No, I can't even remember E.T.
No. Do you know what the worst thing is? I just did a look when I was looking through the director for the favourite film, and I'll be honest with you. Go on, just tell me.
There's a clue right behind you in the camera.
Oh, Jaws.
Of course, it's Jaws.
It's also there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but they can't see that.
Oh, that's annoying.
It was either going to be Jaws or Jurassic Park. They were the two.
Oh shit! I thought we did Jurassic.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what? So, I should do my honourable mentions now. I think I should do them first because you'll fucking hate me if I do them afterwards. Like, I don't want to put them in the same name as the guy we're going to mention.
So we've both got Spielberg.
Both Spielberg.
Yeah. So honourable mentions.
Michael Bay.
Fucking
This is
hell.
why I'm going to hate me.
Yeah.
But it's only because he's done a few films I like.
I'm just glad he's not up there.
Like your Armageddon and stuff.
We don't need to talk about Armageddon again.
And the Scott brothers, Ridley and Tony.
They're not brothers, are they?
Yeah.
Ridley and Tony Scott.
Pretty sure they are.
Oh, okay.
By the way, if they're not, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Ridley was one honourable for me.
Would have been Gladiator,
Yeah.
obviously.
And
Tony killed him. You know Tony killed himself. Jumped off a bridge.
shit.
Like 96. But they do all the films like Love on the Jungle, like he did like Days of Thunder and all the Top Guns and stuff. So that's why they're up there for me.
Yeah, the other honourable mention for me that just missed out was Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
So
Because you look like it.
just more for pre-heart attack, unfortunately. Because now he's dead skinny, isn't he?
I thought you said he's dead.
No.
So obviously, do you know what? Oh, wait, no. I'll tell you, it comes up later with the
Yeah.
So, because obviously, sorry for this going on a tangent, but I didn't know OJ died till about a week after. Because obviously, it's just not the same. I just went to the news, I was just watching Netflix, like I did generally, and then generally, someone went, no, I found out, like we used to do in good old days, jokes, like memes and stuff, I'm thinking, and someone went, all this stuff about OJ, but everyone forgets that you get the best car chase in history. Or the best, like, Fast and Furious, I can't remember what it was, brilliant.
Real life Fast and
Sorry,
Furious.
but yeah,
So Kevin Smith was the only one because growing up I loved his films, and I'm gutted I'm not going Liverpool.
The other one for me was, I don't know actually, you might have him, so I'll leave it. I think
Okay.
No, we'll leave it.
So we've got Spielberg,
Yeah.
both got Spielberg.
And if I see them,
You go next one.
Yeah, so my next one's Christopher Nolan.
Nolan just missed out on mine, so it probably would be an honourable.
But I do want to establish he nearly missed out on mine for one reason only. He directed that bag of shit Oppenheimer. No, sorry, I'm not going to go on that. But his on mine. It is possibly because he's fresh in my mind about the films anyway. But Interstellar's actually one nominated.
So for me, with Nolan, he's not been as good since Inception.
Sorry, I meant Inception.
Yeah, so like Interstellar, a lot of people love, and I get why they love it, but I can't stand the ending.
So I like I don't know, it makes me sad. I think my thing was within, because I don't like Interstellar, and it's not what I did want to say Inception was my favourite when he did. I just got the words wrong. But I don't know what it is. I think it's something, I think I like to put myself in his shoes going, and then going back and every fuck that. Like, that blows my mind. That makes me feel
And obviously
so mad, it makes me feel uncomfortable. But
when we're talking about directors as well, Nolan's obviously going to be up there for me because my favourite film of all time is The Dark Knight. So he's got to be in contention, but he did miss out. So I'll go for my next one, which is the surprising one, which is Edgar Wright.
Do you know what?
Oh wait, so are we saying, by the way, Inception is your film that you chose on behalf of Nolan as well? Yeah.
So Edgar Wright, I'll be honest with you, didn't even cross my mind. Would he have made it on? Potentially, because my love for Sean Lennon was outrageous.
Yeah.
So, what else did he do?
Baby Driver. So he did Baby Driver, which I think is criminally underrated.
Yeah, and sadly because
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Because it's got two
naughty
people.
Yeah, especially now. Scott Pilgrim versus the World
seen it,
again,
heard great things,
yeah, underrated. And then he did most recently Last Night in Soho, which I would argue is not as strong. I couldn't stand the ending to that film either. It's still good. It still looks beautiful. The music's composed great, and that's something he does now. His soundtracks are phenomenal.
There weren't any shots fired.
Shots fired saying the ending's crap, and people liked Last Night in Soho. But I've got a lot of time for Edgar Wright, and Obviously, the film I chose as the best. It's got to be Shaun of the Dead, right?
Yeah, because I love Hot Fuzz, but Shaun of the Dead's the OG, and Hot Fuzz nicks a couple of jokes from it.
Yeah, and I think the big reason for me as well is that a trilogy. I love them all. I think The World's End is arguably a better drama than it is comedy, and I think Gary King is one of the best characters rights created.
The worst thing is he reminds me of my dad. Like,
Yeah, I know you said.
Legitimate, like it's a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, he's a good character. Well,
So-
my dad's not. He's a bad guy.
So your third director for Mount Rushmore.
So I'll be honest with you. I should know who it is. I do know who it is. I've gone for your standard. I hate this one because I've done it because of 3 films, and it's Peter Jackson. But I love them so much. And obviously being to Hobbiton and seeing how much detail he had, because he got literally they only filmed in Hobbiton for like a week in one of the films, and he made them hand paint something like 1,000 leaves or 5,000 leaves, like to make it look perfect for
Yeah.
Which I suppose so he's fresh in my mind. I do love them films anyway. Don't get me wrong, but so I do feel like it's a bit of a cop out because the Hobbits I didn't love by any means. King Kong I've never watched. Albeit just another reference. By the way, I actually went to see a lot of the places where King Kong was filmed in Vietnam and Thailand.
Oh, okay.
It's not like I went out of the way to. It's just on the trip. But yeah, it just got mentioned there. So yeah, Peter Jackson and Two Towers, obviously.
The Frighteners, by the way, is a very underrated Peter Jackson film. Love that. Michael J. Fox, great little horror comedy. So check that out. So I've got 2 left, and the other one's obviously a massive hit. They're both big hitters, which is Martin Scorsese has obviously got.
I'll be honest with you, I've gone scores.
Yeah.
What film though?
Goodfellas.
Gangs of New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, and as you know, I'm not like. So that was a weird one for me. It wasn't until I did really look at what he's done that I went, yeah, you know what, he's in there.
He's a phenomenal director, and don't get me wrong, I've still not seen Killers of Flower Moon, so can't give 3.5.
So I'll be honest with you.
You watched it?
3 shots at it, 3 fails. Because of how he does it nowadays and stuff, it's similar to kind of Quentin that does long vocabs. It looks good, and I think De Niro's going to be good. And Leonardo DiCaprio looks great in it. My mum watched it on the plane. I went, was it going to be good? And she's like, she's not got any taste in films though. But I can't even word it. I couldn't get past the hour mark.
Yeah.
To the point where I can't remember what even happened. Like if I went back to watch it, I'd have to start again.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to see it in the cinema, and then I will get. No, it's Apple TV, isn't it? So I'll have to get the free trial to watch it. But I didn't like Silence, which was the film he did before that, which is again. But his directing and his filmmaking is so good, he has to be up there. You know, whereas Edgar's kind of more of a personal preference, and so would Kevin Smith if he got it.
And Peter Jackson.
Whereas Martin Scorsese and Spielberg, I'm looking at that it's actually undeniable talent is what's got him in. And the same for my last one, which is Quentin Tarantino.
Never heard of him. Ah, the guy that likes feet.
The guy that loves feet.
Did you see the thing that came up the other day, which was no one ever. Like, he does love feet, and he shows and everyone makes jokes about it. And goes, but people forget that he played himself in Dusk Till Dawn.
Where Salma Hayek drips the champagne down her foot into his mouth.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I think he might have said it.
That's not even his film as well.
Oh, is it not?
No. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, awesome. I'll be honest with you, he was.
He was your fourth as well?
Have I not done?
No. Can't remember. So you did Jackson, Nolan, Spielberg.
Oh,
or you say Scorsese,
yeah.
sorry.
Quentin is literally my honourable mention.
Yeah. And obviously the film.
For me, for Quentin, it's Pulp.
Yeah, it's got to be Pulp.
But I'll be honest, I liked Dusk Till Dawn when I grew up.
That's not his film. Just said that. It's Robert Rodriguez's film.
It is Robert Rodriguez's film. Is it Robert Rodriguez in it as well?
Yeah.
Thought so.
No, Robert's not in it. It's obviously George Clooney.
Robert Rodriguez, the one that did the Death. He did the one with Kurt Russell.
No, that is Quentin.
I'm so confused. But yeah, fair play. Yeah, Pulp. I think I do like Pulp. So yeah.
Yeah, Pulp's a phenomenal film. I think arguably Inglourious Basterds and Django could be up there for me as well.
Yeah.
They're just 2 great films as well. But
he did the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as well, didn't he?
Yeah, which I've not seen still.
That would be up there with me. That would be close to Pulp.
See, I've seen with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a lot of people have gone with they love it or they hate it.
I enjoyed it.
I've not.
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's quite good. I think sometimes nowadays people don't just watch things with an open heart. They and with that, I watch a lot of things with an open heart. Obviously, Oppenheimer, I watch with closed eyes.
The hate for Oppenheimer.
Just
I love that
I just like
people,
get on the case.
when you did some reviews on the Instagram page, that
I just like
people were not happy with your Oppenheimer
I just
review.
like a lot of people.
Was it a 3 out of 10?
Yeah, and that was a generous. That was only for Killian Murphy because I got 2 gas.
Balls.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, since balls for like etched in my brain forever.
I fell asleep.
It's so hot in that cinema as well.
Yeah.
So again, let us know your favourite Mount Rushmore of directors.
Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis.
You do
Zemeckis.
Back to the
Back to the
Futures.
Future. That's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but who did Forrest Gump?
Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, so he nearly got it for that. Generally,
But he's been fucking poor recently. He's done some awful films.
and that's, I think, obviously what does influence your decision at the end of the day. When you're a bit like,
You've got to have an amazing back. Like,
yeah,
I was summing up, like, for me, I personally wouldn't choose Peter Jackson because I'd argue he's got 3 phenomenal films. Frighteners is good. King Kong's okay.
And he left the Jackson 5 early doors.
And the Hobbits are terrible. So, and yeah, he's from a weird family.
Right, so that's our 8. Well, it's not but it's about 6 we've been on altogether. Got 2 of the same, haven't we? Anyway, that's our.
Just press it.
That's our Mount Rushmore. Awesome. If I tell you what
The applause goes on for ages, and you probably didn't hear a word you just said because it goes on for that long. And we need to get headphones, by the way, because we're just pressing the soundboard. We can't hear it yet, so we are sorry if we just ring out.
And also, just to let you know, like, on the Mario one, it says Mary.
Yeah, copyright, obviously.
Oh, I bet it is, yeah. Think of that.
So we'll probably get taken off of YouTube before we can even start up when we use it last time. But we're using it if I get a question wrong. Applause if we're right. Or we probably won't use applause because that was too long. But
so I think there's a cheer though. Oh Jesus! Okay, we'll go for applause. Right,
we'll go for applause. Right. So as we said before the start, every week we're going to do a Instagram shout out. So switch. So you've blocked my face. So we would just like to shout out to over here. Wrong way around. So this is our Instagram shout out of the week, which is movie_ranking_rating_an_rating. Sorry, bro, forgot that. The wrong way around. It's a bit confused. But you can see his Instagram profile there, just where my face usually is. Great account. I really want to thank him because when I started up the Instagram page for this podcast, he was the guy that basically invited me into the Movie Central group. Really helped me connect with other great accounts. Definitely make sure you give this guy a follow. He does some slick reviews with like video editing. It's great. It's all the same. It's just beautifully presented and just a really nice down to earth guy. So
like me,
just like him. So yeah, give him a shout out. And again, I'll put his details below. He's definitely a council boy. Look out for. So
I said he's definitely a council boy.
I think he's a tattoo artist. But he doesn't live in England, unfortunately, so we can't use that. I can't remember now. It's somewhere in Europe, I want to believe. Sorry if I butchered that.
Feel free to comment on it.
But yeah, well, maybe you should go bold like me. No? I wouldn't do that.
Still got thick hair.
Yeah, but I still have thick hair.
Do you want the quiz, Bob?
We will move on to quiz. So.
Okay, so I completely forgot where I've written it down.
And sorry there, it was movie_rating_an_ranking. Great guy, make sure you give him a follow. Thanks for all the love on Instagram, bro. Now let's move on to Beej's quiz.
Whoa. So, Jesus wept. So, because it's the first one, I will explain the format. It's going to be the same 10. It's the same layout for 10 questions each week. Obviously, the questions will be different. Obviously, it'll just be memory game for you. So, in other words, like the first one is going to be something topical for that week.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I've been away, so this one was a bit late. This one was a bit delayed. So, what car was OJ famously chased in?
Fucking no idea.
People are screaming at them right now.
I was going to say, play along. See if you can beat
What
me.
about if I told you, which is it a horse? It's a
Ferrari.
It's a white. I can't believe you don't know this.
I'm shit with cars. I hate cars. What would I know?
No, she's famous for chasing a white Bronco. Oh, what a shame. Naught for 1. Let's have a 1 second, guys.
The Mario. The dad.
Alright, we're getting copyrighted already. Who played Elrond of Rivendell?
Hugo Weaving.
Correct. 1 out of 2.
Wait, do I get a cheer there? Yeah, it's way too long to do that every time.
Okay, so just to clarify, my autocorrect, I've not looked at it, so this is hilarious. I'll read it afterwards. But what film was the character Vincent Vega in?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I know. I already mentioned it earlier. It's changed to what film was the character Concentrate Vega in? Okay, 2 out of 3. Who won the Oscar in 1990 for My Left Foot?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, nice! I didn't think you'd get that.
I watched it in RE at school.
Really? We watched The Green Mile.
We watched Shawshank as well.
Did you?
Maybe my left foot was.
From what I heard, your school was a bit like Shawshank.
You went the same school.
Yeah, I know. And I was Andy Dufresne, and you were the bigger boy.
Yeah.
What are they calling that?
I can't remember.
Oh,
Let's not get on the Shawshank with it. Because when we did the audio episodes, and I got the mouse mixed up.
Oh yeah.
Between that and the Green Mile.
Yeah, fair. Okay. So this is going to that was like who won the Oscar. This is the layout it's kind of going, and who was going to do it.
So this is a test to see how when we do it.
So this is one which might catch you out, I think.
Okay.
Who's married? And this is going to be each week. Who's married to Sarah Jessica Parker?
Matthew Broderick.
Stupid game, mate. Yeah, so that one was a bit easier.
Yeah, because people went mad at me the other day because I did underrated, overrated of the 80s movies, and I said Ferris Bueller is overrated.
Be honest with you, 100% agree.
Yeah. And I just don't see him as a leading man.
So what did everyone do? Did they just twist and shout? Come on, that's awful. Fair? Oh god, I didn't know how much I was blocked from the camera. Okay.
They don't need to see your face.
Song was made famous in the film Ghost? And I also want to clarify here. A lot of these are based around 1990.
I'm just imagining the bit where they're doing that.
So I always get the name of it. If you sing it, I'll allow you to have the points.
A hunger for your touch. I can't remember.
Good time. But it doesn't mention the title. It doesn't mention the title of the song. Just clarify.
No, I know I don't.
I can give you a clue if you want.
Go on.
It's also been in another film. That's all I'm giving you. I'm joking. Right. No,
I don't know. I can't
the
remember.
second word is melody.
Unchained Melody.
Correct. You're not having the point.
Yeah, fair enough. Bron. You should have said Bron for a game.
So that was obviously what songs this film is. That's going to be a bit harder because some of them are obvious. So this is quote. You had me at hello. Is from what film? And I don't think you'd watch this, so I did feel a bit guilty with this one.
I've heard. I know the quote.
Yeah. I might give you a clue on this.
It's not.
Go on.
I know it's a rom-com. Or is it Casablanca or the other one?
No, that you're thinking of some other quotes. I do know them, but I can't.
You had me at hello. Is it Aubrey Hepburn?
No, okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I think this would be mid-90s. Potentially 96. I don't know the official date, though, right now.
Oh, my God. I've watched it. I'm pretty sure I've watched
Tom
it.
Cruise.
Risky Business.
Jerry Maguire.
Oh, of course it's Jeremy Maguire.
To be fair, though, that's a hard one compared to some of them will be like...
Yeah, people
I'll
would have
be
screamed
back.
that, though.
Yeah. I've never watched Jerry Maguire once.
No, I've never watched it.
It's alright, it's not too bad. Cuba Gooding Jr. is good, isn't it? Okay. Who plays Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight?
Aaron Eckhart.
I do the same as you. I know his first name's Aaron, I know his second one begins with E. So generally to the point where I was just going to have to Google it.
Was it Eckhart?
Yeah, it will be that.
Yeah. It will be that.
Do you know what he was in which I liked? Oh, a film that had Neo in it.
Keanu Reeves.
No, Neo is in the singer.
Oh.
N-E-Y-O. Battle of LA?
Los Angeles.
Yeah. It was a pretty terrible film, but I just remember it was alright. What came first?
Chicken or the egg?
Return of the Jedi
Yeah.
or Beyond the Thunderdome?
They're going to be so close.
I purposely will obviously do them close, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do the same as me, by the way? Are you thinking of the quality of the film, like the actual filming of it?
I'm thinking, I can't remember when Star Wars came out. I'm pretty sure like Mad Max was 1980, like bang on the first one.
Yeah, you'd probably be right, to be fair. That's good.
And then I'm pretty sure Star Wars probably came out at the same time, if not 79.
I could tell you what I think I know.
I'm going to say, I don't know if there was a bigger gap in between Mad Max 2 and Beyond the Fun Zone. I'm going to go Return of the King came first.
Return of the King?
Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi.
Correct. 83, and I believe Mad Max was 85.
Okay, take it.
So I think you got 6, 7? You didn't get
didn't
Ghost.
get Had Me at Hello.
Didn't get Jerry Maguire.
I didn't get the first one.
You got them all. You got 7 then.
Nice. I mean, I did ask for a Batman question.
There was.
As personal preference. Oh yeah, there was, wasn't there? My bad. So that's how Beej's quiz will go. We'll do a question that's...
It'll be a little bit better laid out than that next time.
It's just obviously because we're just getting the grips with this. So, but obviously one will be who the Oscar went to. One will be such and
actually, I'll be honest with you, I thought you'd get less on that, so I'm a bit annoyed. But if anyone remembers from the audios, Steve used to do quizzes for me, which would be what year was...
Guess the year.
And then he'd ask for like that Starship Troopers 7 was released. It was ridiculous questions that were.
They're probably up to that on the straight to DVD as well. But no, it was fun to be back, and please, like I say, go and give us a follow on Instagram. We'll probably have to do a flash where we actually show our Instagram, but we've not organised that ready for now. So it is at
our Instagram.
Well, you've been doing posts on it now. So at @_culture_couch. Obviously, like and subscribe to this YouTube. That would really help us. Any comments, like I say, let us know your Mount Rushmore.
Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have heard anything of that. But let us know your Mount Rushmores below, what you liked, didn't like of the pod. We need all comments to help us improve. Obviously, we're going to try and sort the light in the wonky table and stuff, but this was like a test to just get out there. And hopefully a little bit of art behind us is coming with the logo, spray painting there, things like that, just to carry on.
Yeah.
And this should be a regular weekly thing. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. And you stay cultured.